Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about a struggle that so many artists face but rarely admit: the trap of comparing yourself to others. This painful cycle can leave you feeling stuck, uninspired, and disconnected from your true self. But before we begin, I'm Tarra. I'm a mother, an artist, and teacher who uses a holistic approach to help fellow artists do the inner work needed to follow their passion and achieve success. Whether you're dealing with self-doubt, creative blocks, anxiety, or fear of putting yourself out there, I'm here to remind you that you already have what it takes to live the life that you dream of. If you've ever found yourself scrolling through social media feeling like your art doesn't measure up, or questioning your own journey, then this video is for you. Because today, I'm not just sharing my own story of overcoming self-comparison, but also revealing the real reason why so many of us can't seem to stop no matter how hard we try. I remember when I was younger, painting was my joy and safe space. I felt so free to create until I started posting my work on social media. I was inspired by other artists who were more experienced than me. And since I'm self-taught, I started thinking that maybe my art wasn't good enough. I began having this whole internal conversation about my work. I started comparing myself to others, and slowly the joy of painting turned into confusion. I didn't know if my work was up to par, and it didn't help that with social media, you compare your art, follower count, and number of likes. The more I scrolled, the more sharing my art didn't feel safe anymore. I felt like I couldn't measure up to those who appeared more successful than me. It's a feeling that many artists can relate to, especially in the age of social media. We're constantly bombarded with images of other people's reels, curated feeds, and their seemingly overnight success stories. And it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that everyone else has it figured out while we're still struggling to find our way. But here's the thing, comparing yourself to others is a game you'll never win. There will always be someone who seems to be further ahead, more skilled, or more successful. The truth is, every artist's journey is unique. We all have our own path to walk, our own lessons to learn, and our own stories to tell. So I was in my early to mid-20s when the comparison trap started to affect my mental health. I was feeling insecure about myself and my art, and remember, art used to be my safe space. I became aware that there was something more going on beneath the surface. So I decided to seek out a therapist because I felt like I was dealing with something deeper than just the normal insecurities and doubts that come with being an artist. What I learned was eye-opening. The reason so many of us can't stop comparing ourselves to others is rooted in our early experiences and social conditionings. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to seek external validation to feel worthy or successful. We learn that our value is tied to how others perceive us, rather than our own natural worth. And it's hard to break free from this habit, especially if you're relying on external validation for your self-worth. The comparison trap offers a way to seek and receive this validation, even if it's unhealthy. But it goes even deeper than that. You know that little voice in your head, the one that's always telling you you're not good enough? That's your inner critic. And believe it or not, it's actually one of the biggest reasons why we can't stop comparing ourselves to other artists. It's a constant whisper in the back of your mind, always pushing you to measure yourself against others. You might not even realize how much it's influencing your thoughts and actions, but it's always there. But that inner critic is actually a part of your journey towards self-awareness. It's challenging you to look within and face your fears and insecurities. For some of us, the comparison trap is almost like a subconscious defense mechanism. Because if we focus all of our energy on how we stack up against others, we don't have to deal with the vulnerability and risk that comes with truly putting ourselves and our art out there. I get it. From a self-awareness perspective, this might feel safe, but it's actually keeping you stuck. When we embrace our true selves and follow our unique path, we stand out. There's no need for comparison because authenticity is unique. By walking our own path, we can overcome the feeling of envy and celebrate the belief that everyone deserves their own unique expression in life. When we understand the reasons behind our self-comparison, we can start to break free from the trap and learn to validate ourselves from within. We can also heal from past trauma and create from a place of joy and authenticity rather than fear and scarcity. For myself, I realized I needed to spend more time looking at my own strengths and seeing my true value. It was a pivotal moment because I understood that without this ability, it's easy to become unmotivated and lose belief in yourself. I began to shift my focus inward, celebrating my own progress and growth rather than measuring myself against others. And you know what? As I embraced my own voice and journey, I found that my art resonated with people on a deeper level. That's the beauty of focusing on your own path. When you stay true to yourself and your art, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. So instead of comparing yourself to others, I encourage you to focus on your own growth and progress. Celebrate the milestones you've reached, no matter how small they may seem. Shift your focus inward to the qualities and experiences that you bring to your art. To help with this, I want to share a powerful exercise. So grab a pen and paper or open a note on your phone and answer these questions. Question number 1, what do you love most about creating art? So think about what brings you joy in the process. Question number 2, what unique qualities, experiences, or perspectives do you bring to your art that no one else can? Question number 3, how has your art evolved and grown over time? So think about what progress and milestones you have achieved. So take a moment to reflect on your answers and revisit them whenever you need a reminder of why you create art in the first place. Comparison is just a distraction from the real work of creating and sharing our art with the world. It takes us away from our own vision and keeps us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. But when we recognize this trap for what it is, we can choose to refocus our energy on what truly matters, connecting with those who resonate with our message. It's okay to be inspired by other artists, but there's a difference between inspiration and comparison. When you're inspired, you take what resonates with you to grow and evolve in your own way. But when you compare, you dim your own light. So the next time you find yourself scrolling through social media or admiring the work of other artists, check in with yourself. Are you feeling inspired, or are you falling into the comparison trap? If it's the latter, then take a step back. Remind yourself of your own strengths and qualities. Focus on what you love about creating art and the joy and fulfillment it brings you. Trust that as you stay true to yourself and your art, the right people and opportunities will find their way to you. And remember that there's no finish line. I personally believe that there's no point at which we've made it. The life of an artist is an ongoing process of learning, growing, and evolving, and that's what makes it so beautiful. And if you ever need a reminder of just how valuable you are, come back to this video, watch it again, and let the words sink in, because it's time for us to rewrite the story of what it means to be a thriving and joyful artist in today's world. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you understand the real reason why you can't stop comparing yourself to other artists, and I hope it inspired you to love and appreciate your own unique path. If you found value in this message, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content designed to support you on your creative journey. And don't forget to check the description below for additional resources. Before you go, let me know in the comments below if you have any other tips or insights on overcoming comparison and staying true to your own vision. Keep creating, keep shining, and I'll see you in the next video.